Hi guys, it's time to show you a new warrior build, and this one is a really offensive one as well, but it doesn't use a great sword. Instead it's using 3 axes, and that's why I call it the 3-axe build. Okay, so let's start.
My ears.
Going to this merchant, choosing the right amulet, which for this build is the Berserker's amulet. I checked them before, it's the most offensive amulet for direct damage, because it adds 15% critical damage. Berserker's jewel is also the right jewel. Yeah.
Excelsior.
Okay, here, as you might have noticed already, the earrings are gone, so now there's only one amulet and one jewel that you can use. Good. Then next is the armor smith for the runes. Just like last time, I'm using the Superior Rune of Divinity, and as you can see, ArenaNet already fixed the description of the runes, and now it says plus 10 dual stats and 3% critical damage. So I don't know, maybe my video had to do a bit with that, but it's great that ArenaNet is really changing things so quickly. Same with the earring and amulet change, because now it's not possible anymore to go into extreme burst builds or extreme survival builds, because now you can't get like a lot of crit percent just because you always took an earring with the very offensive jewel. So the game is probably going to be a bit more balanced now. But yeah, buying 6 pieces of those runes, gonna equip them later. So now I'm gonna buy the weapons and sigils. Yeah. 1, 2, 3 axes and the PvP shield. And for the sigils, I'm gonna buy 2 times the same. So I'm buying 2 times Sigil of Intelligence and 2 times Sigil of Superiority. They are like next to each other now. I don't know if that was already before, but it makes sense because those two sigils correspond really and well with each other. Like they have great synergy. Okay, just equip him this gear. 1x, 2x, 3x, and the shield, sigils, and the superior runes. Okay, I got 58 crit damage now, but I haven't done my trades yet. I'm gonna refund them, and I'm gonna put 30 into strength to increase my power, and also to get the 10% critical damage.
Good hunting.
Yeah, that's mandatory. What else can we get here?
Hello, traveler.
Healing skill removes vitality. Yeah, this is the best one. This one isn't really that good. I mean, 5% damage is nice, but with this build I'm gonna spend my adrenaline with using Eviscerate, so I'm never gonna be at full adrenaline for a long period of time, so it's really not worth. And here we could take not really any good choice available here. I'm gonna use this for 1k more HP. Then I'm using Discipline for the increase of critical damage and burst damage.
All things have a right.
It's also a nice spell here. Ultimate burst skills cost less. And that's worth considering. This as well, but I don't think I'll have that much adrenaline. run faster is mandatory here.
Good hunting.
And yeah, I think I'm gonna use this. Extra adrenaline. I mean, my crit chance should be pretty high on default. 38%. That's okay. And the last 10 points I'm not showing. Actually, I need them into defense. But I'd also like 20 points into defense so I can have Andrew Payne and balance.
Up for a challenge?
Tough decision. It's a tough call. Have to give up one of those to get the Endure Pain trait, which is really important. It's only at 23 HP.
Replenishing.
I love this Endure Pain trait. Ah, that's needed.
Good hunting.
Burst kills cost less. Yeah, I'm gonna test how much the difference is with this trait. But yeah, while I'm on the way to the target dummies, the utility skills, here I'm using a new skill called Throw Bolas, which immobilizes my foe. It's great for this build because the mobility is not that big as with Greatsword and Bull's Charge. Here I'm using Endure Pain or Balance Stance. I could actually, I'm thinking that I use Endure Pain here, and then I don't have to get that trait. I mean, both together would be the best, but I think this might also work if I can't spare 10 skill points. And yeah, Frenzy. The lead skill is Signet of Rage as usual. Okay. Burst skills cost less. I wanted to test this trait. Here's another guild member, except from the Paradigm. Okay, so yeah, the damage is pretty nice. I'm just spilling now my adrenaline so I can test this. How much adrenaline I'm spending if I use my burst skill. I'm using it now. Okay, I spent 2 bars, so I guess without the trade I'm going to spend 3 bars. But gain might for 10 seconds on weapon swap. I mean, how much might I will get? Increases outgoing damage. 2 to 49. It's like 35 might. 35 power for a weapon swap.
Strong.
It's not that much. It's not that much. Yeah, I haven't thought about this, but I'm also going to lose 10% critical damage and 3% burst and bit burst damage, 1%. I'm gonna keep it like this. I mean, just remember you got a choice here to put those 10 points of discipline into defense and get the Endure Pain trait, but right now I think this is the better version. Okay, so let's get into action. Okay, one more thing. I just tested this and wasn't really happy with my ultimate discipline trait, burst kills cost less, because I was testing it and I found out that Eviscerate got a 10-second cooldown, and even if I weapon swapped and built enough adrenaline I wasn't able to use it because it was still on cooldown. So I think I actually need this trait, quick burst, instead. But yeah, another thing I wanted to test is stick and move, get a damage bonus when endurance is not full, if I can maybe chop that. So right now if I'm attacking, I'm using endurance, nothing happens really. So I'm gonna check how much this trait affects my damage. and if it's worth to get those 10 points in strength. Alright, so I got the trait now. Gonna attack. Use endurance. Nothing changed. How in the hell am I supposed to know if this trait is worth using or not? I think that ArenaNet should make a more specific description here. I mean, get a damage bonus when endurance is not full. Could be awesome if it's like 500 power. Could be not worth if it's like 5 power. Okay, so this is my final build now. I tweaked it again a bit. What I did was, here I selected Balance Stance instead of Endure Pain. So the reason for this is, first, I can activate Balance Stance whenever I feel it's the right moment. And it's really good to be able to break out of stuns or knockbacks whenever I need it. And the second advantage is, here I got a 40 seconds cooldown on Balance Stance, whereas Endure Bane, if I can find it, Endure Bane, yeah, is a 90 second cooldown. So, and what I did with the traits was, I selected Endure Bane as trait, so it automatically activates at 25%. So now some of you might say, yeah, but I want to have Endure Bane so I can activate it to prevent bursts. Well, the thing is, in 90 seconds there are like, you will encounter like 8 or 10 bursts that you want to prevent. You can't really rely on one cooldown to prevent bursts. I think it's better to use my 3-second shield block and dodging to prevent bursts. And now I still have Endure Bane at 25% HP to make me live even longer. I think that's the perfect, or that's one of the best combination of traits and skills for this specific build. But yeah, let's go into action now, into some structured PvP. Okay, so here I'm up against an Elementalist, just using my Whirlwind to get him low and generate Adrenaline, and then give him a 9k Eviscerate, and he's dead. So there are 2 more Elementalists, I'm gonna try to kill them as well. So I'm just weapon swapping Eviscerate, and the first one is already dead. Second one's still alive, but he also dies against my auto attacks. Then here I got a Ranger. Again I'm using Frenzy and Whirlwind to generate enough Adrenaline. Then I use that Eviscerate on him. Now I'm just waiting for my weapon swap and Eviscerate cooldown to come back up again, and I'm gonna finish him off with that. Here we go. And there's still an Elementalist next to him. I'm using shield block so I can get to through his fire without taking him damage. Going line of sight so I can heal up. Going back to him, preparing my burst. And I do the Eviscerate on him and he dies as well. Next clip I have a Ranger here and I think a Guardian. So I'm gonna kill the Ranger first, because Guardians are the most tanky class and also doing kinda low damage, I think. Yeah, Ranger gets 11k Eviscerate. I think he didn't have much armor. And then I'm going on the Guardian, spinning to kill him. And as you can see soon he's gonna go down as well. Again I use Cripple to slow him and snare him so I can get to him and finish him off. Here's a 1v1 situation against a Ranger. The damage that you see when I'm whirlwinding, I think it's not that ticks, but it like adds up the total damage it's doing. So those 5k isn't the tick at the end, it's the total damage that it did. Yeah, and this Ranger, just same 1v1 is pretty easy with this build. Not many problems, especially if you have Frenzy up. So it was rather easy. Then here's a Warrior and a Mesmer. I'm low HP, so I can't kill them both now. I need to try to get away somehow. So I'm dodging, evading. The Warrior is chasing me. I use shield block against him. So I actually managed to stop his shield block on me, shield bash. But yeah, I'm still kiting because I wasn't sure if they are following me or not. They are following me, so I'm going here on this Mesmer, and it turned out that it was a bad decision of him to follow me because he's actually dying now. So that's never give up a fight, even when you have 5k HP, just try to get away, reset the fight, and you can always come back as a winner in Guild Wars 2. That's great about this game. Okay, so here's a warrior. He's using the rifle. Just checking out how I do against him. Using my usual rotation, followed by the Eviscerate, and then it's just pretty much finishing him off. Not too much trouble here. Here's a group fight, I think, yeah. First I'm gonna show you this Elementalist. He's going down pretty quickly. This spec really works well in groups as well because of the amount of damage that you contribute to your team. You're not tanky like a defense guardian, but you're doing a lot of damage, and probably the most direct damage in game that you can deal. So yeah, just killing off these targets. There's another Elementalist left. I'm preparing my burst. And yeah, it's going down as well. Captured the point. And that's the last clip already. Ranger and Elementalist. I'm going on the Ranger first. Eviscerate for 7k and he's already down. There's still the Elementalist left. Elementalist is actually able to kite away, but I got something against them. Like here I'm using throw bowlers, so he's immobilized for 4 seconds and then it's easy to just finish him off and kill him. So this was the video. There will be a second part after this weekend with even more footage, so stay tuned for that. And I came up with this build because the Frenzy build, my original build, got nerfed in this beta weekend. They nerfed Frenzy, it's not giving Fury anymore, and also the earrings and jewels, they removed them, so you can't go that high or can't achieve high crit and critical damage numbers anymore as you're used to. So that's why I came up with this build. It has been working really great for me so far, and if you wanna try this build, I strongly recommend you to try it out and see how you do with it, if you like the damage, the burst abilities of this build, and yeah. And I have other good news. I actually plan to make 3 or 4 videos over the entire weekend, even with other specs. So yeah, keep checking my channel. If you liked it, subscribe, and see you guys next time.